Hey guys, good morning everybody. So on the bench today is a 1986 Gibson Explorer. And you can see it's got the old school Kahler on there. So fun guitar. It was the 80s. They put Kahlers on stuff all the time. We're going to clean this guitar up and throw some new strings on it, so let's get started. Here we go. Yeah, so a Gibson Explorer with a Kahler. They were very popular back in the day to put a Kahler on your guitar. So we're just going to clean it up for a little bit here. Looks like it's in good condition overall. Alright, let's snug these tuners down. So on the fretboard, we're going to clean the fretboard. I have some D'Addario lemon oil cleaner and conditioner. I also use the Music Nomad F1 oil a lot, but we're going to see how the D'Addario stuff works. Looks like a really dark rosewood neck. I don't think it's ebony. It might be. It might be an ebony neck. Got the little mother of pearl dot inlays on this. And small, tiny frets on it. Guys weren't really doing jumbo frets in the 80s. But there's a lot of corrosion on these necks, on these frets. And so let me bring you in so you guys can get a good look at these frets. Before I shine them all up, you can see we got some pitting over here, and they just look like they're kind of getting sort of rusty. I don't see any obvious fret wear down here on the first couple of frets, so that looks nice. We've got a nut, and then we've got the old Kahler locking nut that goes right there. So here's a close look at that. Kahler made in USA. Got our fine tuners down here. The strings just hook into the top right there, but we'll get to that. Let me first kind of shine these frets up a little bit. Alright. So what I'm going to use is I got some 1200 grit sandpaper. And I'm just going to take the top layer of dirt off these frets real quick. Using my fret guard, it protects the fretboard. And this puts a real nice shine on these things. I'm not going to take any of the actual metal of the frets. We're not going to remove any of it. We're just getting that top layer of dirt and DNA off the top of these frets. It shines them up real nicely, quickly, and it doesn't cost any money to do this. All those Stumac microfiber pads and all that, those things are expensive. I've had great luck with a little tiny bit of 1200 grit sandpaper. Sometimes I use 1500. And it doesn't leave a bunch of residue. A lot of guys can use steel wool, but the steel wool comes apart and little metal fibers from the steel wool will attract to your pickups, because your pickups are magnets. So I usually don't use steel wool either. Okay, once we get up here, you switch out to your smaller pick guard. There we go. And so that makes a nice clean fretboard. Actually, this probably kind of looks like it is maybe ebony. It's nice and dark. Okay, so let's get in here now. Let's take a look at how these frets look now. They're better. And again, I'm not seeing any of the normal areas where you see dents and divots from being overplayed. So this is a nice guitar. Still in really good shape. Alright, so before we throw the strings on, let's plug it in. Let's tap on these pickups. Output jack feels secure. Let me get a little Allen wrench and we'll tap on these. Good. Good. Okay, so neck position up. This is our volume. And bridge position. This is our volume. And this right here is the tone. Volume, volume, tone. And those seem like they're functioning perfectly. Okay, let's throw the strings on. Today's string choice. Today's string choice. It's the same video every time.
That much is clear, sir. Also, I'm repeating myself. I suppose you want...
Today's string choice. Ernie Ball, regular slinkies, made in USA right there in Coachella, California. 10 through 46, custom gauge, nickel wound, made in USA. The world's #1 electric guitar strings for over 60 years, Ernie Ball. Only strings ever to be installed on this guitar. Well, I'm sure it had Gibson strings out of the factory, but even with Gibson, who knows, right? And it was the 80s. So that is a great excuse for a lot of things. It was the 80s. Uh-huh. Okay, so this string just hooks right down in there like that. Super easy. It is kind of one of those things where you almost need 3 hands to do it. And then over here, there is a block inside here, and the string lays underneath that block. Make sure it's down in its saddle. There we go. And there we go. It's looking good. Okay, let's go for the A string. It's a 36 gauge. There's a reason that they stopped putting Kahlers on guitars, even though a lot of guys really love them. And to this day, I still get a couple of guys that come in looking for guitars that have Kahlers on them. A lot of those old BC Riches had Kahlers. Some of them older Kramers all had Kahlers on them. But when you change the strings, sometimes it's a little difficult. But there's a reason why some things go away. And I think Kahler is still around. I think they're still making them. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Are they still making Kahlers? I'm pretty sure they are. I don't think they're out of business. Okay. Probably a better idea to string through the nut and then come down here and lay it into the bridge. Yeah, guys, remember, I do have my shred collab video. I'm gonna let you guys participate that up through the month of March. I thought that we would do it until the end of February, but I need more participants, so I'm gonna give everybody until the end of March. Go back about a couple of weeks into my videos and look at my shred collab announcement, and it'll show you exactly how to do it. But come on, guys, I need some more participants in my shred collaboration. Okay, our B string is a 13 gauge. Yeah, so I think if we just let that lay there, and I'll do this in first. The string will not go through there. I can't get that little guy to go through there. This guitar hasn't had strings on it in a long time, and she's kind of fighting me right now.
Not fighting, it's fighting me.
Alright guys, so I'm looking at the radius, and I believe that this guitar, I just have these cheap little plastic radius gauges, but it looks like it's a 12-inch radius. And the saddles here, they're pretty much ride straight across. So I'm going to at least see if I can lower the two E strings a little bit to try to give it a little bit of a better radius. So there's that one. And then let's go over here and let's see if I can... Yeah, that's working. There we go. Hold on, I'm going to go a little bit lower on this guy. And I'm just eyeballing these. I could hold a radius gauge along here, but let's see. Okay. That's looking better. I'm going to drop this A string a little. Everything is working on this Kaler. It's in great shape. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. It's looking better. Okay, so here she is sitting in its case. And before we wrap this video up, the customer still has the original price tag from this guitar that he bought this in 1986 when he was just a young man. And when he purchased this guitar, he got it for 20% off. So his actual price, what was it, $8.99?
No, it was like $944 something.
$944 back in the 80s. This is what you could have got. Wow. Yeah, and when he bought this guitar back in the day, they gave him this to tune the guitar. So you guys might not have ever seen one of these, but it's a tuning fork. And when you hit it on something, it rings out an A. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But yeah, this is what we used as a tuner. Now guys, God, it's so easy. We got those snark tuners and everything. That's crazy, man. That's all we had back in the day to tune our stuff. Or else you'd stand next to a piano and hit notes on a piano that were usually out of tune.
Or have somebody else do it.
Yeah, that is super cool. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Alright, in the guitar vault today, we've got a Jackson Soloist in the Silver Burst with the Duncan design pickups. Made in Indonesia, neck through Soloist in beautiful condition. This one is available. It's got the arm. It's ready to rock. Alright, there it is. A real quick little restring video for you guys. Strings need to stretch out a little bit. And the customer, he doesn't lock them down. He doesn't put his bar in and plays around too much with the whammy bar. So I don't have to lock it down and do all that kind of stuff. But this guitar hasn't had strings on it in 6 months. And the customer actually bought this guitar brand new. And I'm just a lucky guy that gets to play around with it for a few minutes this morning. This would be a killer guitar if you were in like a Scorpions tribute and you did the Matthias part. You could put the 2 little white stripes right here. Alright, thank you guys for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Go buy a guitar.